Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. 1,110,000 6-star shards. That's the retail price of this video. Now, retail price doesn't mean actually what was spent. It just means the retail price. I get a little annoyed when I talk about how Kabam oftentimes gives a retail price for gold on really bad offers at 100,000 gold per $10 spin or 1 million gold for 100 bucks, and somebody will comment, "Prof, that's a bold-faced lie. They're not asking $100 for a million gold." Well, not straight up, but as a throw-in with normal offers. That's been that way since 2015, and I've kept the logs on my channel for the last 5 years. You can go back in the archives of the channel and see the records if you don't believe me. But there's a summoner here who wants to take a direct disagreement with Kabam Mike that every single champion of every single crystal has an equal drop rate unless it's better than average because, say, they're the featured champion or sub-featured champion of the crystal. Now, I've talked about how alt accounts oftentimes have some of the same champions to start off, especially a 2015 champion, for example. And I realize there are certainly exceptions with this. But I just look at the data. And what we're about to do is look at over 1 million 6-star shards worth of data. And I don't know if this summoner, Mr. Eli, thought that it was rigged like this before this current experiment of his, but certainly he has sent the receipts for his frustration. He filed a help ticket with Kabam about the current featured crystal, as he asked them to calculate something really unique. Let's look into this. Greetings, summoner. Thank you for contacting Kabam support. I understand that you want to know how many featured hero crystals have you opened or open bed for the current featured. In order for us to assist you further, kindly provide the following information and look at all the information. Kind of a weird request, right? But I think he filled it out because I would like my history for the current featured 6-star hero crystal from the date of release to present day. I believe it was released on November 8th, 2022. Please let me know if there's anything else you need. So, sent that message, right? Thank you for the reply. I understand that you're requesting to have your history for the featured 6-star hero crystals opening starting November 8th. By the way, I kind of feel bad for the person who got this help ticket, because this cannot be the easiest thing in the world to calculate for Kabam. In this instance, as much as we love to provide you with the history since November 8th, we at Kabam Support are unable to do so with limited resources. What we can provide you is the month of January 2023 only, which, of course, we are not through the month of January 2023. And, hey, you got a 4-star Titania, featured 5-star hero, featured crystal. And it's interesting. It's like Kabam doesn't have the receipts to keep things past a couple weeks into a month. Didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that. I certainly didn't. So, sorry, I don't understand. You can pull up data on the featured 5-star hero crystal, but can't for a 6-star. It doesn't seem right to me. Can you please send me the data for the featured 6-star hero crystal from November 8th to present day? I can appreciate that you may need to use other resources, but I'm patient. I can wait a couple days. I have been a pay-to-play user for some time now, busting out the cash receipts. I would appreciate the customer service that comes with having spent money on this game. Haha, little guilt trip, huh? And then, what do you know? Thank you for contacting the Kabam support team. I understand you wanted to know the champions that you opened from your featured 6-star hero crystals opening for the past 2 months. After careful review of this featured 6-star hero crystals, we were able to verify its rewards were correctly received in your account. Those rewards were Valkyrie, Professor X, Groot, Miles Morales, Galactus, Scarlet Witch, Rocket Raccoon, Miles Morales, Rocket Raccoon, Galactus, Rogue, Shang-Chi, Elektra, Valkyrie, Scarlet Witch. And then we continue. Groot, Gore, Shang-Chi, Gore, Black Widow, Deadly Origin, Professor X, Winter Soldier, Archangel, Groot, Winter Soldier. So, by the way, that Winter Soldier, Groot, Winter Soldier 3 and 4 crystals, thank God for that Archangel. Pretty brutal. Miles Morales again. Back-to-back Rocket Raccoons. Scarlet Witch again. Miles Morales again. Star-Lord, Wiccan, Ebony Coleslaw. Winter Soldier again. Ebony Maw again. Groot again. Me, Mr. Negative. Wiccan. Black Widow, Deadly Origin. Gore again. Hulkbuster, Man-Thing. Rocket Raccoon again. Scarlet Witch again. Mr. Negative again. Galactus again. Hulkbuster, Valkyrie. Galactus again. Scarlet Witch. Groot. Ebony Maw. Rogue. Man-Thing. Groot. Back-to-back Groots. Talk about Mr. Negative after back-to-back Groots. Shang-Chi, Hulkbuster, Mr. Negative. You'd swear there's like 5 champions in this crystal based off of these drop rates for him. Shang-Chi, Hulkbuster, Star-Lord, Ebony Coleslaw, Rocket Raccoon, Wolverine X-23, Rocket Raccoon, Man-Thing, Archangel, Scarlet Witch, Weapon X, I wish it was Weapon X, X-23, Winter Soldier again, Scarlet Witch. You got a lot of Scarlet Witches. These are all champions you got from your 6-star Hero Crystals opening from November 5th to January 16th. Shout out to this person who did this, because, I mean, I was not expecting them, of course, to fulfill the request. So, Ebony Maw, SIG 100. Man-Thing, SIG 100. Groot, SIG 140. Rocket Raccoon, SIG 140. Miles Morales, SIG 100. Scarlet Witch, SIG 120. That's the biggest W in my book. So I'm going to darken the screen just in case he wanted me to read this privately, because he sent all that data, and I mean it's a lot of data, and said, as you can see, there is no Titania or Quicksilver in sight. All of what we just looked at were natural SIGs. There were no SIG stones. 74 crystals, and I think they missed a few also. Missing 10, so really 84 crystals. It's more than 1.1 million 6-star shards. It's about 0 for 80-something for Quicksilver or Titanium. He also had a Science Awakening gem the whole time. I said, does it feel rigged? And he responded, honestly, yes. I had the same issue when I had a Cosmic Awakening gem was hunting Hercules. Couldn't pull him at all. I understand the drop rates may be lower for featured champions on the featured crystal, not according to Kabam. But it just doesn't make sense. And then I said, I think I'll plan on doing a video about this. And he said he'd be a lookout. So if you're clicked on this video, Mr. Eli, I suppose you know I am true to my word with making it. Now, there is an argument, because let's cover this from both sides, as we try to do on this channel. There's an argument to be made that just because you flip a coin 85 times doesn't mean you can't land on heads every single time, because each coin flip is independent of the results of the past or future coin flip. I believe that is true for many things in this game, but I also don't always believe that's true. I first suspected that there were different drop rates for some things, because going all the way back before patch 12.0, you could not open a 4-star Scarlet Witch or a 4-star Wolverine, no matter how hard you tried. Some people went like 4 years without it. Don't tell me the drop rates for every 4-star are the same, especially when the champion pool back then was like 50 champions total. On top of that, I think the best example of this is class-based Awakening Gem crystals, where we have seen both for the 5-star and 6-star Awakening Gem crystals now. People get the same class 4 or 5 times in a row consistently. If this happens like 1 out of 100 accounts, I can understand that being an outlier, but it's not an outlier. It's more like a pattern of RNG. I'm not trying to spread misinformation or fake news or be Mr. Negative. I'm just talking about the data I've seen. If the data was the opposite, I'd talk about it as if it was the opposite. In this case, he had amazing luck for Scarlet Witch, pretty amazing luck for Galactus, and then most of the other champions we talked about, Miles Morales and Rocket Raccoon and Groot and Man-Thing and Ebony Coleslaw, well, they're not as exciting. Although he got better, and I'm really hoping Groot gets better this time. So, what do you think? Would you say if you were him and you didn't get a Quicksilver Titanium over 80 featured 6-star crystals, it feels rigged? Or do you believe Kabam and this was all just random and he had bad luck at the time? I think it would make more sense if it wasn't the 2 featured champions, you know? That's where it gets a little biasly skeptical, if that's even such a thing. A little suspicious, a little sus, as the kids would say. All right, I sound old as it is. I'll end this video now. Thanks for watching. Eli, thanks for the data and video submission idea.